Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Santina. I retired in April of 2025 and now travel the US full-time in my Ford Transit 250 no-build. This is a hoop. I'm in the Side Street Grill, which is a little pub that is in the Delaware Water Gap Recreation Area in Pennsylvania. And they are having a karaoke night. It's a hoot. So many of them get up there and sing over and over and over again. And they're pretty good too.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Came running in, all excited, tripped and almost hurt herself, and I laughed till I cried. She was always young and hard, kind of dumb and kind of smart, and I loved her so, honey, I miss you. And I'm being good, and I'd love to be with you.
I didn't record very much today because today was just a traveling day. It was raining all day. So it's hard to believe. It seems so long ago, but I guess today was the day that I woke up in Ferry Landing State Park. I think it's what it's called in Connecticut. And now I'm in Pennsylvania. And I don't know, I must have driven maybe 3 or 4 hours at least today. I kept changing my mind as to what my destination should be. So that kept extending the travel, but I figured I would just... There's a car in this car park that has lights on. This is a park and ride. I just pulled in, so maybe I better crawl in the back and seal up. Anyway, I don't like that a car saw me pull in. Hopefully they leave. Yeah, just a travel day in the rain. Nothing fun. Except the karaoke tonight, so that was kind of interesting. They were pretty bad. There were 2 guys there that were pretty good singers. One did a lot of Frank Sinatra and one did a lot of Dean Martin, which I thought was interesting. They obviously had their favorites. The DJ was tone deaf. Oh, God. Awful. But nice guy. I've got to figure out some things that I can do at night that don't involve drinking. I had 1 beer, because you can't go to a bar and not get something. Libraries are closed. I just can't think of anything else I can do. I go shopping? I mean, I don't buy anything. Very rare. So, gotta maybe figure that out a little bit more. Maybe just go into my van in the rain and read. That's what I've been doing. I'm kind of tired of it. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight here. This was a weird one because it was just a travel day and I didn't record anything. Tomorrow I'll be heading closer to where my van's going to be taken care of, stay there for the night, and then drop it off in the morning on Friday. Looking forward to having it looked at and hopefully getting it fixed. Good night. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, June 18th, and I slept successfully in the park and ride, undisturbed. There's like 8, maybe 10 vehicles here, but it was very quiet. No ruckus, teenagers drinking or anything like that. Of course, everyone else had left their vehicle and gone off with another vehicle, except for me. I was the only one who slept here as far as I know. Today is going to be probably exploring. I think this area is a national park. It's called Delaware Water Gap, but I know there's a whole bunch of things in here. Delaware State Forest is part of it, or it's part of Delaware State Forest. I'm not sure which. And so there were some Revolutionary War battles, I believe, in the area, because we're on the river called the Delaware, which is, if you know of the famous painting, George Washington crossing the Delaware, that's where we are. Although I'm not across from Trenton as far as I know, but I could be. I don't know. Trenton, New Jersey, where he crossed the Delaware. Anyway, I got off track. I am still asleep and drinking my coffee. I pulled off to the side in the path of where you're supposed to drive instead of in a parking lot, so that I could have some grass and some woods when I opened my side door as opposed to someone's car. So I'm not really in the way. It's a really big path to drive in. They can easily get by me. But I'm kind of parked illegally. No signs say you can't park here, but I'm obviously not supposed to. Dumped my pee and made coffee, and I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do for the day. I'm low on gas. Gasoline is very expensive here. It's normally $2.87, $2.89 where I've been traveling in Connecticut and Massachusetts, and here it is $3.29, something like that. So I don't want to fill up here. I just want enough to get around. I think my vehicle is a little deceiving. When I'm on empty, it says I still have 50 miles to go, and I don't trust it because it's a new vehicle to me and I just don't know, and I don't want to run enough gas. This coffee's good. These are the international coffees. They're instant, but they don't taste like regular instant coffee. They're full of sugar and powdered cream, and they have a foam on top, and really tasty. Really easy to make with hot water. Anyway, so I've discovered something about myself, which is that I don't like to sleep in nature. I like to sleep in civilization. I like to be in civilization most of the time. I like to go to nature and experience nature temporarily, but I wouldn't want to live in it. I never wanted a house that had trees around it. It always depressed me. It was too dark. I wanted the sunshine. I don't mind at all walking through the trees, especially when it's hot and the trees shade everything and it's much cooler in the trees. I really enjoy that. But I really like parking up in small towns and going and doing activities. Last night's karaoke was a blast. I like mixing with the locals and talking to them, and I hope to revisit them and see them again. And I don't know, there's something about that that's so much more friendly than when you're home. If you try to do that at home, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me that I'm not as open when I'm at home as I am when I'm on the road. But I talked to the tone deaf DJ last night about country line dancing. I was surprised there wasn't any in the area. It's a big area for country music. So we talked about that. And he told me what his schedule is. They do karaoke every Tuesday. Most of these folks were retired, but some were still working, you could tell. They were young. So they do karaoke every Tuesday. Every Friday he does DJing. He wasn't playing country music. He was playing kind of pop stuff, which I didn't care for as much. The karaoke, the guys that were singing were a little bit older than me, so they were singing a little bit older stuff than I like to sing as well, but I still knew some of the songs. Anyway, so I went to the dollar store and I was looking for a calendar, just one of those book calendars, 1 page per day where you can fill in 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., right? That kind of thing. Couldn't find that. They sell out of those earlier in the year. But I found this kind of calendar where you have to write the date in yourself, but then you have the times. And what I thought I would do is fill this in for every date and then start writing in those local things that I've discovered that are recurring or that are one-time things that I take pictures of. And I do put them social calendar. You can see. It gets a little full and a little hard to read, and sometimes I miss things because I have to write the 3 o'clock thing, or the 11 o'clock thing after the 3 o'clock thing, and then I don't look at the whole list, and then I miss the 11 o'clock thing. So this is a way that I could see what's going on in the various towns that I really enjoy. And if I'm in the area, I can go and I can participate. We'll see if that works out. Anyway, big revelation this morning. I don't like camping in nature. I don't like parking in nature. I like being in small towns where I feel comfortable and just making excursions into nature. I thought that was pretty revelatory for me. Yeah, that's what I like. You should find what you like too. This is the park and ride that I'm in that I'm talking about. So this is the wide lane that I'm parked in, but you can see there's a ton of room between me and the lines for the spaces where the parking spaces begin. Sorry for the raindrops, can't really see very well, but there's, you know, it's a pretty big parking lot. Goes all the way up. Lots of spaces. I'm here at the Dingman's Ferry Visitor Center, which is not open, temporarily closed, of course, by luck. But supposedly in a tackle box they have some of the stamps. This is a right-hand turn off of, I'll have to get the road name, but if you go straight, I'll show you later, there's the actual bridge that goes over to New Jersey, and there is a toll, $2 toll. I'm not gonna go across the bridge, and I'm not gonna pay the toll. I have no reason to go to New Jersey right now. Let's go see if they actually have a stamp, passport stamp, in the tackle box. Along the way here, I saw several places that were little tiny carve-outs, little pull-offs, where relatively flat, where you could sleep. But unfortunately, this says $10, pay here. I couldn't pin them because there's no service. So you can't drop a pin unless you have actual internet service. We're gonna park, there's restrooms here. I hope they're open. We'll see. There's a map and there's a toll booth. There's no operator. I'm gonna see if they have a passport stamp on a piece of paper that I can grab. First, let's check out this little entrance booth. I'll put my hiking boots on because it's quite wet. It rained last night. Everything's quite wet and muddy. Nope, no stamps. Mosquitoes abound. I think I better put some spray on. Ow. There's plenty of trash and recycle. Interesting. Visitor center is closed. Fee booth is closed, but the bathrooms are open. So, off-season unisex toilet. Interesting. And then here's women. Let's check. Yep, it's open. I'm gonna go get my two. Mosquitoes are unreal. Did you see them on the cameras warming? Unreal. Did you notice though that these are bear boxes or bear-proof trash cans? I should start doing bathroom reviews. These are really nice. They look like they're really clean. Sinks are really clean. Pennsylvania State Parks, you can get some really nasty bathrooms with like cracked, not moldy, but mirrors that are foggy, and the sink countertops that are just old and dilapidated. These are, you know, I'll take this. This looks clean. Yeah, really clean. There's plenty of soap. Okay, so I'm across the river, the Delaware River, from Stoke State Forest, which is huge. I've been there, not much to do there. You are here, I'm right there. I want to be there. Google mapped it and it won't take me there for some reason. I'm gonna take some pictures of this and then figure out where I'm going. But just down from that sign is the river. This is kind of neat. There's public transportation all through this national recreation area, so you can park your car and just go anywhere you want. That's kind of cool. Let's go see the river. I love the Delaware. It seems calm and peaceful. It looks like a pane of glass, but the current is pretty strong as I watch people. Where was I? It wasn't Stokes. Oh, I forget the name of the New Jersey State Park that was on the Delaware and was sitting in a campsite. You could just watch kayakers. They weren't paddling. They were just moving though. They were booking because of the current. This looks like a launch. That is the Dingman's Ferry Bridge that you pay $2 to get over. If you look really closely, you can see there are critters in the water swimming, I guess, against the current. That's why they're making those V's. Like a little wake. I don't know what they are though. Let's see if we can figure out what they are. This is as far zoomed in as I can get. I can't tell what they are yet. It could be snakes. There are venomous snakes in this area too. Oh no, they're little water bugs. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, little black water bug. Swimming against the current. See how strong the current is? They hardly make any progress. Sometimes they go backwards. Smoke on the water. Well, it's not smoke, it's fog. Going up to 78 today. It's like 68 now, or when I woke up it was 68. Pretty. Oops. Free water. It doesn't say it's not potable or potable, so therefore I always assume that it is unless it's posted that it's not. Maybe that's a really bad idea, but I've always understood that if it's not drinkable, then they have to post that it's not drinkable. So if it's not posted, I assume that it is. That was the state park where I was on the Delaware River with a beautiful campsite right on the water, Worthington State Forest. It's in New Jersey. There's absolutely nothing there except the river. And you just sit and watch the river and people canoeing and kayaking all day. Yeah, it's relaxing. Okay, I am going to go find gasoline because I am down less than a quarter of a tank and it makes me nervous in an area this rural. And then once I fill up with exorbitantly expensive gasoline, I'm not going to fill it, but put some money in. And I'm going to try to find another visitor center. I don't understand. Google Maps obviously has this wrong. Maybe it's on a trail. I don't see. But I can't find this Dingman's Ferry Visitor Center on Google Maps. I mean, I find it. I navigate to it. It's not there. So I don't know where it is. Guess what? I just found it. It's across the parking lot. That must be it. Or maybe not. That is where the guy is taking the toll. Oh, that's just someone's house? I mean, it's got a fence around it. Gotta be something, right? It's weird though. It's got like a razor wire fence on top of it. Almost like a prison. There's evidence of deer here. Nope, it's not the visitor center. It's Stone House. But it's the office for the bridge. Okay, so I don't want to go there. I can't find that little green Dingman's Ferry Visitor Center anywhere. Well, of course, in looking for gas, I found the Dingman's Ferry Visitor Center, but it was closed for the season and they had a gate. There was a guy at the gate, construction worker-esque guy, and I asked him about whether I could walk in and get one of the passport stamps from the tackle box. He said I could go 10 miles down the road to the Dingman's Ferry meeting house and that they might have them. So I'm on my way there. On my way, I saw the ranger station on the left. I pulled in, but they didn't, come on, wipers. There were two roads, and I didn't know which one to take to the ranger station, and I'm very low on gas, as you can see. So I'm gonna go this way, see if I find gasoline on the way. I hope so. Not very hopeful though. I also wanted to show you some of these little pull-outs or pull-offs that are along this road where you could potentially overnight car camp, because they don't say you can. And the road, I mean, this is rush hour right now. It's 8:59. Actually, it's probably a little bit beyond rush hour, but you can see there's very little. That's one of them. There's very little traffic on this road, and at night there would be even less. So all along this road there are little gravel turnouts, I don't know what to call them, where you could potentially car camp. No signs that say no overnight camping. And they are mowing. There's no flag person to instruct people to go around, so that's interesting. Here's another, oh, okay. So this is one of those pullouts I was talking about, but this one does say emergency and authorized vehicles only, so you can't car camp. All right, there's one of those illegal turnouts right next to me, and I turned around because I cannot afford to sit there and wait for that guy to finish. And people, for whatever reason, don't pass mowers in this area, which I don't understand. Going back to civilization, trying to get an internet signal, going back to where at least I know in the general area there's a gas station. I know better, and I didn't heed my warning that you always fill up before you go into a national forest or some big area like this. It isn't going to have a lot of services. And I didn't, because it was expensive. I was foolish. Finally able to get signal after driving the opposite direction from the grass cutters, and was able to search for gasoline. Decided to go to the Weiss Market where I was before. They have a gas station here, and the guy attending the gas station was one of the guys singing last night.